The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Jackson. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at about the 32. First carry now for David Montgomery, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And now the... It's going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 63 yards. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. You'll find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here is 3rd and 5. Off the option, here's Henry. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion goes Patrick. Goff now looking to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Gibbs straight ahead, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 12. Williams, a man in motion right. Play action. It's Goff. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. The give right side for Gibbs. Down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Goff now to throw. That is caught by Laporta. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes that
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 70 yards. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us. Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Isaiah Likely. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Gone. across midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Man open left side. It's his running back with it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action. Now Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Jackson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Goff now looks to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Khalif Raymond, 64 yards. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Crossing route, he finds Likely. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action with Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. It's complete. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Jackson's going to try the sneak.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He dumps it off for Henry. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that trims the lead down to 9.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Back to throw, Goff.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And that is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. He's going to let it go again. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. To the air again. Goff. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Goff. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery bulldozes past him. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Goff. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He's into the secondary. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 33 yards. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be some...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Lions 42, Ravens 32. Justin Tucker to kick off your Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A shotgun snap for Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Agholor, 69 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal.
42, Ravens 39.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now it's Goff. going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Dancing to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Goff now to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Tim Patrick, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown.